What's up, YouTube people? It has been a while, hasn't it? God, it's probably been 4 months, I think, since the last video, but we're back. We have survived the chaos at Waybacks that is summer break. All the kids were out of school, and they were here, which is awesome. That's what we want. So thought I'd jump back in here now that I got a little time to breathe. There's been a lot going on at the homestead, at the home arcade, and a lot going on here at Waybacks. If you haven't been in a minute, you should really come check it out. We have totally revamped the restaurant section, right? So it is now 8-Bit Pizza. It is our own in-house brand. It's delicious. It's a great pizza. If you haven't tried it, you need to come try you some. We've done a lot of moving of games and adding different titles and stuff. So I think the last video we did was, man, I think that was Defender, right? That was a while back. But since then, we put out Stargate, which is Defender sequel. We've put out a giant showcase cabinet of Carnival I got from a buddy of mine in Monroe. That took some doing. We picked up a Time Crisis 2, which is actually what we're going to do our video on today for the not so weekly anymore showcase game, right? But I think that y'all will enjoy that. So we had the Time Crisis 3, of course, and now we have Time Crisis 2. What else have we done? We've done a Mortal Kombat trilogy cabinet. So if y'all know, the only 4 Mortal Kombat games that were ever released on arcade, right, was 1, 2, 3, and 4. And, unless you count Ultimate 3, which honestly, I think Ultimate is just the real 3. So we kind of ignore the original 3. But here at Waybacks, we've also done a custom Mortal Kombat 11 cabinet that's running a PS3. So you can, play it how it would be, our interpretation of how it would be in the arcade. And we also added a Mortal Kombat trilogy, which trilogy never came out on arcade. It was a home port only. PlayStation, Nintendo 64, I think were the only ones, maybe Sega Saturn. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, me and my brother, my middle brother Jeremy, we had it on PlayStation. And that was always kind of my favorite version, right? Up until, I forget the one with Shujinko. But anyway, PlayStation 2 one. But up until that point, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, in my opinion, was the best because it took the original Mortal Kombat characters, all the side-scrolling 2D, and they put them into one game, even the bosses. So, like, you could play as Motaro and Kentaro and Shao Kahn and, all these badass characters. And so we had an empty Mortal Kombat 2 cabinet that we went ahead and put some artwork on it, MK Trilogy. So now there's actually 6 versions of Mortal Kombat you can play in our lineup. So we'll show that to you guys. We'll kind of show you a few of the things that we swapped around and whatnot. But here's hoping that I'm going to try. I don't have many excuses now that we're in a slow season, but I'm going to try to get back into the habit of doing our weekly games. We still got a long way to go to cover them all, guys. We have, I think the last count was 170 arcade cabinets on the floor with 20 pinballs. I still haven't even done a pinball video yet, which I like arcades. I love pinball, but pinball is one of those that's harder to record, and there's so many rules. And I'll be honest, like I typically am not that great with the rules. I'm more of a I'm gonna aim for the shiny blinky lights and the fun ramp shots and loops and all that stuff. But back to today's video, Time Crisis 2. So it came out by Namco in 1998. It was actually voted Coin Op Game of the Year in 98. And what Time Crisis 2 did that was kind of unique is if you play Time Crisis, you know that it's timed, so it's Time Crisis, so you can run out of time, you'll die. To reload, instead of shooting off the screen like most of them, there's a pedal, and you hit the pedal and you pop out of cover. You let go of the pedal, and they get back into cover, and they reload. So nobody can shoot you while you're in cover. So that's a cool little thing. But what Time Crisis 2 added to the mix is two-player co-op. And what I mean by that, like totally independent two-player co-op. You can play with each other. You can cover each other on the game. You can, it's a really cool experience because not only are you on one monitor like you would be with, like, say, Area 51, but you're actually two different monitors, right? So it was a really cool immersive experience. And if you don't have anybody to play with, or you didn't want to play with anybody, you can do a solo link or a solo only game to where nobody on the second gun can join in. They just start their own game. Or you can leave it open-ended co-op to where if you started playing and a buddy or something comes up, right, they can hit start on their side, and then boom, y'all are together playing. So it's a really cool feature. It's a really impressive cabinet. Two big 25-inch monitors. That might actually be 27. Now I think about it. I think they're 27-inch monitors. But anyway, really cool game. So let's go out on the floor. I'll show you some of the new things that we've added, and we'll play a little Time Crisis 2. All right, so to show y'all how busy we are, right, I figured I'd show y'all a little warehouse. Have y'all ever seen the warehouse this empty? Now, this is kind of our row of games we're still working on. Of course, we got a Rev X out on the floor. We got Carnival out on the floor. And these are like our fixed games, and that whole room back there is full of games. All these are working and good. We just don't have room for them, and that's a good thing, right? Because if you don't have room for games, that means you're pretty much at capacity with everything working, which is pretty rare in an arcade. So these three, of course, are wall-o monitors. You got to have monitors at an arcade. Like, they go out constantly, and they ain't making them anymore. So what are you going to do, right? These I'm excited about, but they are being a pain in the butt. So this is Daytona, USA. We got three of them. Two of them have graphic glitches. One of them we haven't even finished rebuilding yet, so no telling what's on up with that. So we'll have three of these linked at some point. And currently, I think you can actually link up to 16 of them, which is insane. Imagine you and 15 buddies going out on Time Crisis Daytona. So we come out in the rhythm room. Not a whole lot's changed in here. We've kind of added some asteroids cabs on our asteroids wall. So I don't know if I've shown this one off or not. This is our version that we made of the new asteroids recharged that they just came out with, Atari. So we just kind of did our own version of it. Proud of how that came out. And then we have, Asteroids Deluxe and an Asteroids Deluxe cocktail. And then we had a spare Pac-Man. So we're like, yeah, might as well throw that out. Give people something else to play. Let's see, what else we have going on in this movie? So we got threatened by BMI Music for a while there to sue us for playing music in the arcade. How absurd is that? So I worked around. We had to add a jukebox. So, not the end of the world. Music's a little different than what we'd want sometimes, but hey, nobody can afford $16,000 of extortion to play for have some music going in the arcade. Anyway, our Mortal Kombat line we were talking about. So we got 1, 2, Ultimate 3, 4. And now we have Trilogy, of course, running on a CRT as it should. And then Mortal Kombat 11, which is running on an LCD as it should, because it's a PlayStation 3. And that's what it's made to run on. Anyway, we got our Killer Instinct 1 and 2. Very rare you see that. Most people don't have one of them, let alone both of them. We're lucky enough we were able to get both of them running. Love my Smash TV. Dragon's Lair, of course, gotta have it. I don't know that y'all seen, since we've got Labyrinth. But we got the Labyrinth, we got Scooby-Doo, Mando, Stranger Things, all kind of stuff. Our 4-player Konami row, pretty epic. I don't know that I've shown off our Nintendo Versus cab either. Currently running Excite Bike and Ice Climber, but if you've seen any of these cabinets, you know they're usually pretty beat up. This one was in excellent shape, so can't complain about that at all. Yeah, I don't think our Nintendo row has changed much other than we moved it. We got our Tato's Xenophobe. That's another one we put out that I forgot about. Not one that you see very often. Our Stargate. I don't know that y'all seen that one yet. That one was in excellent condition. I mean, it's beautiful. So, Williams row. We still have more Centauris. Cubert. Those are one of my favorites. A couple of Ataris. Our Namco row. Or, well, Valley Midway, as it was back then. Later to be known by Namco. But yeah. So we'll go. That's 2 of the rooms. And we got big plans for this, by the way. The 8-bit pizza. We're going to expand the dining room. We're going to move the kitchen. It's going to be pretty darn cool. Because, like I said, we got a good pizza now. We got excellent wings, excellent pizza. If y'all haven't tried it, you should really come check it out. And then we get in here. Of course, our 6-player Konami X-Men. Dual 25-inch monitors. This is what I like to call the Marvel corner. Got our Punisher, Nick Fury, X-Men, Spider-Man, and Captain America. Let's see. I don't know that much has changed over here. Well, actually, it has, right? So, Looking Wild redid the artwork on the seat. Got both our off-road challenges up and running. We just had one out for a little while. That's one of our older games, so we had taken it out to make some room for others. Got our Jambo Taxi, Cruising USA, Cruising World. I don't think we had the Cruising USAs during the last video. Of course, pole position. Our Afterburner, we went through it. She was having some problems, but John Connor would be proud. Afterburner is now running 100%, looking beautiful. And of course, speaking of off-roads, we got the OG Ivan Stewart right there. I don't know why my camera's going crazy. Get that dude back on track. There we go. All right. So the OG 3-player. I remember when I was a kid at the laundromat, I don't know why. I would just love spinning the wheels. And that's about what you do during gameplay, right? Because if you played that game, you're not really doing anything. It's just kind of doing what it wants to do. So we got our shooters. They start back here. Our shooters have grown. So we start over with Lethal Enforcers, working our way up. Let's see, what else do we have? We've actually closed this off, making more room for games. World Series Baseball. That's a fun one we'll do a video on one day. You actually swing the bat. It's pretty different. I don't know if I've shown the WrestleMania off, but that came out really nice. And so here's one of our new newish additions, right? So we've always had Carnival for a while, but now it's in the giant showcase cabinet with I think a 35-inch monitor. It is a beast. Uh, pool table, pool table covers have been redone. This nice little ocean blue goes good, real nice with the air hockey tables. Star Trek Voyager, a big 35-inch environmental is over there. This row's changed some. So there's the subject of today's video, right? Time Crisis 2. Looks so good next to our Time Crisis 3. Then you kind of get into our spooky games, House of the Dead 2, Zombie Raid. Zombie Raid starts our fixed guns. So you got Zombie Raid, Operation Wolf, Rev X, Terminator 2, Steel Gunners. You got to have a Buck Hunter. So we got Buck Hunter over in the corner there. Rampage World Tour. Another shooter. That's our confidential mission. And that's a pretty fun game. Star Trek. Gotta love 8 of 9. Dungeons and Dragons. Striker is one of my favorite playing games. So yeah, good bits changed here. We're always trying to add more, trying to do more. And so if you haven't checked us out, come give us a check out. Try the pizza, buy yourself a t-shirt, play some games all day long, one set price, $13 plus tax. You can come from open to close. Doesn't matter. And you'll have to stay from open to close to play everything. Because, yeah, we got a lot of stuff, man. We started off as a tiny little, strip mall arcade with 40 cabinets and 6 pins, and it has blown up to the giant, largest arcade in Louisiana that you see now, and growing. But anyway, guys, I'll put on the first person camera. We'll play a little Time Crisis. Nice little Easter egg that I found on the artwork that I like is right here. Is the evil wild dog still alive? I don't know, man. We'll have to find out. So this game, actually, my first experience with it was on PlayStation 2 when the GunCon 2 came out. My brother bought it, and we played the stink out of this, man. And we weren't like loaded or anything, so we couldn't do it. But if you had 2 GunCon 2s, 2 PlayStation 2s, 2 TVs, and something called an iLink cable, then you can actually play Time Crisis 2 in co-op, just like the arcade version. But you'd have had to been pretty well off at the time to be able to afford that. So Time Crisis, standard issue plot for that era, right? Your secret agents, check mark 1. You're rescuing the kidnapped girl, check mark 2. And trying to stop the evil corporation from taking over the world with nuclear weapons, check mark 3. What more can you ask for? So let's give it a shot, guys. All right, so you could either do red side or blue side. I usually take the blue, just right-handed. But you got your pedal, that you take cover and reload with. That's also how you start the game. So we're gonna do solo only, since it's just me. Yeah, you got your normal. I've been kidnapped. Come help me, save the world. So we're just gonna go past that. And so you start off in cover, reload. You got these big womp Sega guns that are super pain in the butt to work on and tricky to find parts. Very expensive. When a hap gun costs pennies on the dollar to these and work honestly better. But you get the little flash on the screen is kind of like your warning that you're about to get hit by a bullet. And I don't always pay attention. Like I said, me and my brother played the mess out of this on PlayStation 2, rather. Super fun game. The 2-player co-op, really unique at the time, really neat, really fun. I won't say Time Crisis is the only kind of, duck and cover railgun shooter series that I know of. It was a really good idea. I don't know why more people didn't implement it. Of course, my favorite. We also had on PlayStation 2, but for whatever reason, I think maybe just because I like space things, but Area 51 was always my favorite. Then we have Area 51. Then we have Area 51 Site 4, which the graphics look better. They changed the gameplay up. I didn't care for it as much. But I'd have to say Area 51 is my favorite, followed by Carnival. Area 1 clear. The Time Crisis is definitely up there. And there is nothing wrong with Time Crisis. It's super fun, one of the best. It must be Donkey Kong up there. Smack me with a barrel. And I got my book booked already. We're going to stop it there. But y'all see, I mean, how stinking cool is that game? And how cool is it having both of them? Currently trying to hunt down Time Crisis 4 because, I'm obsessive like that and I've got to have the collection. Anyway, guys, glad to be back. Hope y'all are glad to have me back. And come check out the arcade, yeah. Give the video a like, share it, try to get the word out, right? We're in the slow season, so we want to continue to be here. We've been here over 5 years. We want to continue to be here, and that takes, the support of the community, support of people coming to visit. It's expensive to run a place this size, and we love doing it, and we want to keep on doing it. So come buy an entry, have a great time, get you some excellent pizza while you're here, and we'll catch y'all hopefully next week. Later.
Come bust a move where the games are played. It's chill, it's fresh, it's Noah's Arcade.